Twice Upon a Time is the 2017 Christmas special, and the final time Peter Capaldi acts as the Doctor. To sum up, is it good? Oh, it's fucking magnificent. But I would be lying if I said there wasn't anything wrong with it. To start off, the plot is okay. When there are certain realizations, you realize it feels like there's almost nothing going on. But it's more character-centric, so I forgive for that. Secondly, the special effects, they seem to dip down a bit. Now, spoilers, the regeneration scene, the regeneration itself is... Previous regenerations, they felt like fire and agony and pain. They felt like a certain change in him. This feels like better YouTube effects, and for YouTube, it's great. For high-budget TV shows, And now the villains. If they are supposed to be good, why not tell them what they're doing instead of being fucking creepy about it? I mean, if you're good and you have nothing to hide, why hide it? And namely, Chamber of the Dead. What the fuck? Dude, why name it that? Call it the Hall of the Deceased or some shit. Not Chamber of the Dead, that sounds terrifying! Dear God, no wonder the doctors thought you guys were evil. Speaking of the doctors, the story focused on either of them lamenting about regeneration, one out of fear and the other out of tiredness. How he can't go on any further, just doing the same thing over and over again. What David Bradley and Peter Capaldi brought back to the Doctors was sort of solace. Kind of lamenting about their regeneration. And they were fantastic as such. They did extremely well trying to present the Doctors in their own right. They were both unique and played off well off each other. One, the first Doctor surprisingly being much older for his age, with the old Doctor being young for his age. Okay, it's confusing, it's Doctor Who, but fuck it. I will say, some of the writing/jokes with the first Doctor is questionable. Now, I haven't watched all of the first Doctor, I mean, Jesus Christ, I have work, usually. But I don't know if he makes sexist comments in his tenure, but I don't think he does. The sexist comments are kept to a minimum for the most part, and they are quite kind of throwaway jokes. But even then, they are still there, and they are still questionable. They don't take away from the most of the episode, but it's still baffling why they had that to begin with. Not only is this Peter Capaldi's last episode, but I believe this is Mark Gatiss' final episode in Doctor Who. And he had an amazing role to end out of. The World War One captain is honestly one of my favourite one-off characters in Doctor Who. Here, he was about to die, and then, through luck and a miracle, he survived. He was a man prepared to die, but now, due to the actions of the doctors, he's now afraid, wanting to return to his family after Christmas. Out of all the strangeness in the episode, this moment, particularly a moment where he's kind of just relaxing in the TARDIS and thinking to himself about this stuff, well, not to himself, with Bill, it's one of the most emotional and human things that brings us back to reality, and we connect to it on such an emotional level. It's such a great scene, and he's such a great character, and I am bloody thankful Mark Gatiss pulled it off brilliantly. The ending with the Doctor. It was very beautiful. There's nothing I can really add to that. It was simply magnificent. He made a few speeches, as he should. He made a few fans cry, which they damn well should. His speech about what the Doctor is to the oncoming one was one of my favourites. It was very great for the episode to wrap up a few loose ends, namely, spoilers, but Captain Lethbridge Stewart in World War I. Clara Oswald returning just to remind the Doctor of who she is. And the Series 10 trio with Nardole, Bill and the Doctor. And finally, the Doctor's last run in the TARDIS. Him just saying all that stuff. It was great. It was... For all my harping on this episode in the beginning, I still think it was fantastic. I do believe Peter Capaldi was an amazing Doctor, and no one can convince me otherwise. Sure, he didn't have the greatest of episodes, but not every Doctor has. He was fantastic. I'd like to get a little deeper into why I love Peter Capaldi as the Doctor so much in another episode, but for now, let me just say this. Peter Capaldi, thank you so much for being the Doctor, for being my Doctor. Thank you so much for being a fan of this silly yet amazing show. Hopefully, you return. This was my review of Twice Upon a Time. And it was bloody well good.